Douglas Sirk is one of the most famous melodrama directors of all time, so it's no surprise that he made one of the most famous melodramas, Imitation of Life, as a remake in 1959.
Now, don't be mad, honey. Nobody saw me.
Was you? You were there tonight. Why can't you leave me alone?
I tried, Sarah Jane. You'll never know how hard I tried.
Well, might as well pack.
Look, baby,
I suppose you've been to the boss. Lost me my job, my friends.
I've been no place. I didn't come to bother you.
Well, you won't. Not ever again. Spoil things for me here, and I'll just go somewhere else, and I'll keep on going until you're so tired.
Baby, I am tired. I'm as tired as I ever want to be. You mind if I sit down?
Yes, I do. Somebody's coming. That's why the door was unlocked.
I'll only stay a minute. I just want to look at you. That's why I came. Are you happy here, honey? Are you finding what you really want?
I'm somebody else. I'm white. White. White! Does that answer you?
I guess so.
Then please, Mama, will you go? And never do this again. And if by accident we should ever pass on the street, please don't recognize me.
I won't, Sarah Jane. I promise. I settled all that in my mind. There's just one thing I wish from you.
What?
If you're ever in trouble, if you ever need anything at all, if you ever want to come home and you shouldn't be able to get in touch with me, will you let Miss Laura know?
Yes. Yes, anything. Now, will you go?
That wasn't all I wanted, honey. That was only part of it.
What's the rest?
I'd like to hold you in my arms once more, like you were still my baby.
All right, Mama. All right.
Oh, Sarah Jane. Oh, my baby. My beautiful, beautiful baby. I love you so much. Nothing you ever do can stop that.
Oh, Mama.
Oh,
Mama.
baby.
Mama.
Oh, my baby.
Come on, Linda, they're waiting. Say, listen, if you're the new maid, I want to report that my shower's full of ants.
Oh, I'm sorry, miss. That must be very uncomfortable. But I just happened to be in town and I dropped in to see Miss Linda. I used to take care of her. Well, I guess I'll be running along. My plane's leaving in a little while, Miss Linda. Goodbye, honey. You take good care of yourself. Goodbye.
Well, get you. So, honey child, you had a mammy.
Yes. All my life.
The film wades in heavy topics such as race, class, and gender, and issues that impact women primarily. Like most historical melodramas, it is clear that the film is still relevant. Listen to film commentator Mercedes discuss Imitation of Life.
59 version of Imitation of Life, directed by Douglas Sirk. This film stars Lana Turner, Juanita Moore, John Gavin, Sandra Dee, and Susan Kroner. Lana Turner plays Laura, a single mother who's trying to become an actress. And after meeting Juanita Moore and her daughter Sarah Jane on the beach one day and discovering that they're homeless, she invites them to come stay with her. And they build a bond, a long-lasting friendship throughout their entire movie. Turner brings home the bacon and Juanita Moore takes care of the children. What's interesting about this friendship is it crosses the color lines. All these women seeing each other are two single women striving to give their children the best. However, you do see one character who is completely uncomfortable in her skin. That's Sarah Jane. She plays Juanita Moore's daughter. And when I tell you this girl is completely uncomfortable in her skin, I mean it. She hates the fact that she's biracial and that she has Juanita Moore, a black woman, for her mother. So, the title, Imitation of Life. One would wonder where they come up with that. Or at least a smart person, like myself, would wonder where they came up with that. And I truly believe it's because a lot of these characters in this film don't know who they are. They're living a fake life. You have Lana Turner, who plays an actress who throws herself into other characters, and Juanita Moore, who's a servant, who picks up after everyone else. And don't forget the biracial child, Sarah Jane, who is completely uncomfortable in her skin and passes as a white girl. Race meant everything during this period of time. It established who you were in society. So you can understand why Sarah Jane wanted to pass for being a white girl. However, her mother wasn't having it. She was insistent upon telling the world about her black side. So no one has a good sense of who they are in this film. Imitation of Life. I actually sympathize with Sarah Jane. I know exactly how hard the dating scene is. But when you're imitating life as opposed to accepting your own life, in this film it shows some violent consequences. Now, Susan Conner, she did play a very deranged child. When she would get mad at her mother for blowing her cover, her being biracial, her eyes would get really big, mouth really tight. Very intense scenes there. Make sure you pay attention. So this is my interpretation of Sarah Jane after her mother blows her cover for being black. I hate you. I'm not black. I'm white. I'm white. So Lana Turner is a diva in every sense of the word, ladies. Hair never out of place, eyelashes to the T. This woman dressed superb. I would love to see what her closet looked like. Now, ladies, this is specifically for the ladies. We all love George Clooney, right? George, oh my God. But anyway, John Gavin is like a George Clooney. You have to see this film. He is handsome, gorgeous, everything you can think of. You would think Sarah Jane ran off to be a Las Vegas showgirl in those Moulin Rouge scenes where she's dancing in a nightclub. But I think they were trying to make it seem like a sleazy juke joint. But they're not like any juke joints I've ever seen. I mean, not that I've seen juke joints. So for this film, Imitation of Life, I'm going to have to give it 3.5 shoes. Yeah! But on a more serious note, I do think this film has a very powerful message about being real, being authentic, and comfortable in your own skin. Don't run away from who you are.